Hello there, my name is Sophie and welcome to this week's video. This week I'm doing a November favourites. I cannot believe it's December at the weekend. How this year has gone so fast. I can't believe it's nearly come to an end, but I'm very excited about it because making New Year's resolutions and looking back on the year is both my favourite and least favourite time of year, like ever. Either way, feeling very festive, very excited about the end of the year. But let's look back on November 1st. This month, I've got such a random selection of things that I can't even break them into categories because each thing would be the only thing in this category. So it's a very random list. There's not many physical things to show you. So I'm just gonna go for it and hope for the best. First things first, let's start with this lipstick I bought. I didn't intend to actually purchase any new makeup this month because I've not got a lot of money right now, and obviously makeup is a luxury, so it's not something I need to prioritise spending my money on. I had some time to kill, so I went to have a look in Superdrug and I found this colour. I absolutely fell in love with it. So it's this kind of pinky brown shade, if it'll ever focus. There we go. It's not very sheer, no, it's not very, like, the colour's not very thick. I don't know how else to describe it. It's quite a sheer colour. I'm wearing it at the moment. It doesn't look anywhere near as brown. But I find these Revlon lipsticks. It's Revlon in 103 Caramel Glacé, I think. But I find the Revlon lipsticks are really moisturising, really easy to apply, and they're my favourite brand of lipsticks. There's a little story that goes with this though, because I'd gone in for a browse and I was like, you know what? Having a tough time at the moment, gonna treat myself to this lipstick that I've fallen in love with. So I picked it up, took it to the cashier lady, and she scanned it and said, that'd be 49p please. And I was like, sorry? And she was like, wait a minute, 49p? That lipstick's meant to be about £8, but she scanned it again and it came up at 49p. She couldn't see any apparent discount. It wasn't a tester one. And she went and asked her manager and he said, scanning at 49p, sell it at 49p. So this £8 lipstick cost me 49p. The next thing is a new album I've been listening to basically non-stop. If you've been around since the beginning of the year, you might remember I went a little bit mad for The Greatest Showman. I saw it at uni and I am obsessed with the film. The soundtrack is probably my most listened to album of this year, if I'm being honest. So when they announced they were making the reimagined one where other music artists were doing covers of the songs from The Greatest Showman, I pre-ordered it so fast. I think my two favourite songs for sure are Panic at the Disco's version of The Greatest Show and the Zac Brown band version of From Now On. Both very, very good. But also a big shout out to the version of Come Alive by Years and Years and Jess Glynne. Those three are definitely my favourites. The next thing is kind of still a work in progress, but I'm kind of obsessed with it. So we've been doing a lot of shuffling around with rooms in the house. We both kind of needed and wanted an office space with, like, so we could have our computers and our games console set up, and we just jigged around a spare room and another room, so we swapped them over. And we've got a new office. I'll put a little clip in. It's not quite finished yet. There's still some things I want to put up on the wall, and I want to move the sofa and the bookcase around, so it's not finished yet. I'll probably put it in my weekly vlog when it is properly finished. But I'm really enjoying having a proper space that I can really work with and work in, and going into starting some freelance work next month. It's going to be a good space and I'm really excited about it. Next thing is another app. I think I've mentioned this before, but I've been really enjoying it this month, so I'm going to talk about it again. I mean, I've only mentioned about 100 million times that I'm trying to eat healthy and lose weight at the moment. I think it's just called Nike Training. You can design a plan based on where you're working out, how much equipment you have and what level you're at. It takes in your height and weight and really tailors a workout plan to you. And I've been really enjoying it because I don't have to think about what workout I'm doing. It just tells me what one to do. The next thing is actually not a physical item or music or anything. It's actually more of a mindset. This is going to sound absolutely ridiculous, but When I was planning for the Things I Tell My Teenage Self video that I made a few weeks ago, I'll link it in the description if you haven't seen it already. When I was planning that video, I was listening to things I wanted to talk about, and it kind of popped into my head to talk about, or to write down, everything in life is hard. If you're prepared for it to be hard, then the reward will be even better. But kind of coming to the realization that everything is going to be hard, nothing worth doing is going to come easy, and if you want something to be good, it's going to take a lot of effort and you have to work for it, has just kind of made day-to-day life easier. Like, this is going to sound completely ridiculous, but I had a really low day earlier this week, and I was in a position where I could say, right, the only person who can make this better is me, let's go do it. And I did, and I've not felt that positive or motivated in literal years. It's like I can feel my mental health getting better. It's really odd and very surreal, but I've come to the conclusion that everything is hard. Everything is hard work. So having to put work in isn't you being hard done by, it's just how life is. And having made that conclusion has just made everything so much easier. Number 7, right, this one's gonna seem a bit weird, but just go with it. So I've got a photo frame. The photo frame is my favourite, but this photo frame specifically is a birthday present for my dad. So the picture in it is of me. I'm not vain enough to actually put this up somewhere. I just wanted to talk about the frame and how great the frame is, but this is a birthday present, so the picture is not what I'm talking about. It's just the frame. This frame is, I think it was a 10 by 8 inch picture frame without the border, and it's from Wilko, and it was £5.50. I'm at the point with decorating the bedroom and the office where I want to start, I've got loads of prints and I want to put them in frames, and I think this is a really beautiful dark wood, and Wilko have opened my eyes to photo frames. The next thing, it's a baked good, and not a baked good that I have baked myself. My boyfriend Lucas has got quite into baking cookies, and he is the cookie king. He's tried a few recipes, but last time he made them, he made double chocolate chip cookies with dark chocolate chips, and they were heavenly. The best cookies we've ever found are from Asda, and the cookies he made rivaled the Asda cookies. They were incredible, and he said he's thinking about making a batch this afternoon, and that makes me incredibly happy. Penultimate thing is another, it's not really an app, it's more of a website. Let's just context this. I write 2 blog posts and publish 2 videos a week. That's 4 pieces of content, and I find a really good way to promote them, and my most engaged social media platform is Instagram. However, unless you have 10,000 followers and can do the swipe up thing on stories, the only way to publish a link to something is in your bio, and you can only publish 1 link at a time. And when you're uploading 4 pieces of content a week, the link isn't really there long enough to really drive any traffic. So I've seen a few people use this website called Linktree, and the other day, literally the other day, this is something I only really started using very, very recently. I had a look into it. It's really easy to use, and it means I can have all of my relevant links there all the time. And the very last thing is a little bit festive, but kind of just not really a physical thing. I'm really enjoying planning what Christmas presents I'm going to buy for people this year. I've got a whole spread in my bullet journal of everyone I need to buy a present for, and a budgeting bit on the other side because I'm a bit scrapped for cash, as I've mentioned 100 times. If I ever talk about how I don't have any money, I'm not trying to get attention or anything. I'm just talking about my life right now. But I'm really enjoying planning Christmas presents. I love giving people presents, and if I could, I would spend all of the money in the world on the people I love, but that's not an option. So I'm always someone who enjoys planning, but I'm just really enjoying. I'm really excited about Christmas this year. I've been very careful to not let myself feel too festive too early, but kind of towards the middle to end of November it started creeping in, and with the 1st of December on Saturday we're going to a light switch on in my town. I'm very excited. So that's my favourites for this month. I hope you enjoyed them. I'm really excited because as of next week, we're going full on with festive content. Everything will be Christmas themed and I'm really excited about it. So I hope you're excited about it too. Give this video a like if you liked it. Let me know what your favourites for this month were down below, and do subscribe if you like what I'm making. I'm trying my best to make content I really love, because I've been on YouTube for nearly 5 years now, and obviously everyone would love subscribers. No one makes YouTube videos without thinking, you know, I'd like people to subscribe and watch this. But at the end of the day, it's not about subscribers, it's about making content that you're really happy with. And at the moment, I'm really happy with my content and everything I'm making. So if you like it too, I'd love to have you. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.